FreakyParts Sports Specials Championship, which has a new class structure for this season. Class A is for cars of 330 to 350 brake horsepower per ton. Class B, it's in the range 272 to 280 and front engined. And Class D is a new class for 220 to 230 brake horsepower per ton cars and front engine as well. Class C is still for the MEV XX. The red lights go out, the race gets underway. 15 minutes of racing for the FreakyParts Sports Specials Championship. Get underway, and it's a good start as expected from Andy Hiley in the Chronos. He was much faster than anybody else in qualifying, but it's not Anton landed in second. I think that might be Neil Turner in second place as they head up the hill for the first time towards Druids, and round the right-hander they go. Landed in the Sienna, the black and sort of turquoise car, trying to fight back and get into second place as they come off the Graham Hill Bend and along the short straight. Not too many Class A cars here this weekend, unfortunately, but good representation in Class B in particular. That's the most well-subscribed class this weekend, and we do have 3 entrants in the new Class D for the less powerful cars, make it more attractive to drivers of such machines. There's the Landon Sienna back up to second place with Neil Turner, the Class B leader, down to third, but Andy Hiley with a big lead of more than 2 seconds already at the end of the first lap. So they're climbing up to Graham, up towards Druids once again. There's the number 7 car. That is Stuart Much. He is the Class C leader in his MEV as the race works its second lap, Marcus.
Yeah, we've got 4 MEVs in the field. I think 2 turbocharged ones and 2 supercharged ones from what I saw. And that is a class that always springs surprises.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this race unfolds. It's a car that's more well suited to some circuits than others.
And some conditions, they're fantastic in the wet.
Yeah, absolutely. Around the right-hander of Clark Curve they go to complete the second lap. Andy Hiley's in 52.211 that time through. What did he do in qualifying? It was a 51.3, so he's 9/10 off what he did in qualifying so far. There's the MEV. Behind him is the number 38 car, which is that of Jamie Bracher. He's the 27-year-old until tomorrow from Castle Carey, the owner of Iconic Alloys in his second season of racing. There's Neil Turner, who's in third place, the Class B leader, but he's being caught there by the 24 car of Marcus Crook, the Fisher Fury, and this is the battle for the Class B lead.
Crook came quite close into Graham Hill Bend, and it looked quite threatening at that point. And quick in a straight line, the full-bodied car directs the air over the front wheels better than the cars with the cycle-type wings, such as Turner's. Oh, he got very cross out. He had a tank slapper. He's gone across the road.
I was going to say kept it out of the barrier
until the very, very last second.
And he just managed to. It was stopped about an inch away from it, but then just as the momentum, I think, took the car into the barrier, he tried to manoeuvre it. So that's a shame because Marcus Crook, the 53-year-old garage owner from Lowestoft, in his second season of racing, and the Ford Focus ST170 engined Fisher Fury, a car that was previously owned by Ron Vesey and Marcus Roskill. He's dropped down the order as a result of that. So that one I've promoted Jamie Bracher, for example. And there's the 58 car, which is Mickey Scott, second of those Class C MEVs.
Yeah, well detached. He's often threatened, or he and Jared Donahue sometimes threaten Stuart Much, don't they?
Yeah, Crook has not yet come through. Still waiting for him. Yeah, he's just gone across the line now in 12th position. So he lost 8 places as a result of that big spin.
1:13 tells its own story.
It does. Sort of 15 seconds, or 20 seconds actually, of what he's done. Capable of. So he'll try and pick his way back through the field.
Derek Hambley had dramas this morning, didn't he?
Yes.
Numerous spins.
He did.
In that GTM styled car that we first saw here a few years back.
We did, yes, the GTM Coupe 2 for Derek Hambley from Gravesend, so only, what, 10 miles away or something
Around
like
the
that.
corner.
From there, yeah. As the fight goes on, there's Turner. He's well on his own now in 3rd place. Stuart Much is 4th, and he's being chased here by the 38 car of Breacher, the Silver Phoenix, a 1999 car. Another ST170 engine in this one, in Ford Race Red, a car that was originally built by Silver Auto Kits for Tony Southgate, so it's the old Tony Southgate car, and he's had the car for 18 months or so, where it had a full rebuild ahead of last season.
Bridget Smart drove in the interim, didn't she?
That's right, yes. And Jamie, in only his 2nd season, his historic race preparation ace, helped prepare a championship-winning Formula Junior car, and has run a myriad of race cars and a historic race team in the Masters Historic Series as well. But carrying out his racing in the 750 Motor Club Sport Special is a very competitive and cost-effective way to go racing with cars with a reasonable level of performance as well. I'll say Class B for cars of 270 to 280 brake horsepower per tonne, so it's quite a lot of bang for your buck.
Highly down into the low 51s. Will he get into the 50s, I wonder, during this race?
It's possible, isn't it? Only just over a 10th away from that now, and he's lap record is a 50.25, set nearly 3 years ago, July 22.
That was the GTM of Hambley.
I think that's the only closed car in this particular race. Have been moves made by the 750 Motor Club to allow all the closed cars in, but no one has taken up the offer to bring a Lotus Elise or a Ginetta G40 into the fold. Both of those eligible, and the doors also been open for front-engined bike engine cars to race, for sort of sub 1000 cc cars. The old cars that form the base of the original RGB Championship. Like Simon Dodd, I think, going through there. He's dropped to the back of the field behind Hambley now.
Yes, he looked to be spluttering along a little bit.
Yeah, it did. That's the number 49 car, the Formula 27. The man from Daventry, cybersecurity engineer. That 1987 car. Yeah, we've not seen much of Hiley in this race. He's only actually 4 seconds clear. I think he's probably driving within himself a little bit. Landon's in a 51.7.
Well, he's a wily character, Andy Hiley. He won't want to break it.
No. In recent years, the car has been relatively reliable. It wasn't for a time. It was very quick for a time, but prone to breakage. I think there's some kind of belt or something. It was something that looked for a bit of rubbery. When I saw that bit of debris off and someone ran over it on the proof stuff, it looked like a belt or of some description. That was just on the circuit there on the way into Druids.
Possibly a water pump belt from that Mark 1 MR2 we saw. It was a very hot-looking demise.
Maybe. There's the 58 car. It's Mickey Scott running in 8th position, 2nd of the Class C MEV Exocets. He's trying to keep behind him the car of Trevor Harbour, number 70, who's leading Class D. Looking to be the inaugural Class D winner, potentially. The Cranley driver in the 1.6 litre Caterham 7, which is really the kind of car that class has been designed for, more humble Caterham 7s that not completely without a home, but very welcome to find a home with the 750 Motor Club. Have their own class awards. 24 there is Marcus Crook, who's making his comeback after that big off at the foot of Paddock Hill Bend a few laps ago.
Yeah, 54 flat. He's lapping 2.2 seconds quicker than Thompson ahead of him at 30.
And Hiley has made it into the 50s now, so the 50.9, 50.932. So faster than he managed in qualifying, and within about 8/10 of the lap record.
Yeah, I think he needs to have some competition really to have a real go at the record, doesn't he?
As we said, not a lot of Class A cars here today. We've not got any of the Eclipses, sadly. See if we see any of those as the year goes on. But the likes of Paul Collingwood can certainly give him a run for his money, and on the occasions they compete, Paul Boyd, Clive Hudson as well. Being very competitive. There's another place made up by Crook. He's got ahead of last year's champion, Stuart Thompson. He sealed last year's title in very dramatic circumstances at Mallory Park in a horribly wet finale to the season. But, he did his best to throw it away, did Stuart Thompson last year, but he nevertheless brought the championship title home last year. Points scored within the individual classes in sports specials, but it is partly determined by the number of starters within your class as well, so not such good news for anyone not in Class B, which has the largest subscription this weekend. Stuart Thompson, therefore that is also the most competitive class, so possibly more difficult to pick up points, it's worth saying. Stuart Thompson locking up there a little. There's Marcus Crook, the lowest off man, pulling away from him now. Can he get any more places made up here? Possibly not. He's about 11 seconds behind Jamie Braycher, only 4 minutes left to go.
1.5 seconds quicker last time through.
Yeah, it's not quite going to work for him, is it?
And there is Braycher just going through in the 38 car.
'79 is Sylvia Much, wife of Stuart, who continues to lead the class and is 4th overall in this race. Oh, and the Hambley GTM has come to grief pretty much almost exactly where the MR2 stopped in the previous race. No sign of any steam or smoke or anything else coming from that car. It's just pulled off onto the grass. Looks like Derek Hambley is trying to see what he can do to coax it back to life, but nothing doing, I don't think. So we'll see how much longer we have in this race. There's 3 minutes left on the clock, but the officials might decide to call it a little early.
So it's just gone past us with a pretty nasty misfire. I'd be very grateful for the race to be stopped, I suspect.
Yes, indeed. Hiley has got on to his 15th lap, and he is now 12 seconds ahead of Anton Landon, who was very slow that lap, 54 seconds, but he may have just been taking good heed of yellow flags.
Yeah, I think it was timing.
So he's come across the line second. Neil Turner yet to come across the line in 3rd place in the Caterham. There's a lapped car coming through first, which is the number 21 Paul Barker of Auto 2 Gemini, the man from Crew Kern. But Turner it is that has come through 3rd. Stuart Much, Class C leader, is 4th. Oh, and there's another car that has stopped out on the circuit at Clark Curve. Now as Andy Hiley comes up to the line and takes the checkered flag, Andy Hiley wins the FreakyParts Sports Special Championship, round 1 of the 2025 season. It was flagged with just under 2 minutes left to go, with a couple of cars in a dangerous position, I think one of which has now removed itself. So it's Hiley that's taking the win. Landon is 2nd. Neil Turner is yet to come up to the line. He's, yes, still making his way through Clearways and Clark Curve. Stuart Mush is not too far behind him, and I don't think he's going to pass him. And there's yellow flags, of course, which will not help things. But Neil Turner is just off Clark Curve now onto the Brabham Straight. He's going to come home having won Class B. Stuart Much winning Class C. And Trevor Harbour's already taken the checkered flag to win Class D in his Caterham. So final few cars to come through. A slightly premature end there with the GTM of Derek Hambley having stopped between Surtees and McLaren. There's another race slated for the FreakyParts Sports Specials Championship at the end of the day. So we'll look forward to that, but we will have a look now at the results of the first of the races for the FreakyParts Sports Specials Championship. Andy Hiley with the win, number 53 in the Quados HR1S, completed 15 laps. 2nd place went the way of number 64 Anton Landon in the Scion Mark II. 12 seconds behind the winner. Third place went the way of number 2, Neil Turner. Fourth was number 7, Stuart Much. Fifth was number 38, Jamie Bracher. And sixth was number 24, Marcus Crook. Turner and Much winning their respective classes. Seventh was number 30, Stuart Thompson. Eighth, 58, Mickey Scott. Ninth was number 69, Gerard O'Donoghue. And completing the top 10 and winning Class D for the first time, number 70, Trevor Harbour, ahead of Nigel Brown, Nigel Liddell, Sylvie Much and Paul Barker, with only one more finisher, that being the Simon Dodd car, which was somewhat recalcitrant during the course of that race. So that's all the sports specials for now. We will turn our attention back to Tin Tops in a moment and the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Hatch Championship. Paul Thorpe's going to join me for that, but first let's go down to the pit lane and hear from Josh Barrett with our successful drivers in the sports specials.
Down in the pit lane after the Freaky Parts Sports Specials Championship, and it was a win for Andy Hiley. Well done, Andy. New season, but the same result. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, not many here though in class, so that's a bit disappointing. Nobody to really race against, so I just got to race the circuit.
Obviously a little bit busier because it's a short track, so you had some cars to pass.
Yeah, very busy. Yeah, and some of them don't know you're coming, but that's to be expected because we are going a fair bit quicker.
Anything new with the car this year, or?
Tyres.
Yeah.
Tyres. We've had to swap tyres, so that's changed how the car works. So just trying to get to grips with how to drive it as quick as I can. It's a bit slightly different on how I have to use the car, but yeah.
Is it a little bit less grippy than normal?
I think they're slightly less grippy, but they slide and they let you slide it, so it's just a different way of driving it.
Well done and good luck for the rest of the year. Let's have a word with our Class D winner, which was Trevor Harbour. Well done, Trevor, the first ever Class D winner of the championship, so well done.
Yeah, I hope there's a few more next time, a little bit unrepresented, but no, it was good race.
You had Nigel not too far behind, so you couldn't...
No, it was, we were pretty spaced out, but let's hope we get some closer competition, get that Class D to going. New class.
That's it, hopefully now that people know about it, especially with Caterham, that's what we'd like to see out there, isn't
all
it?
all the different people we've raced with get to know that it's here.
You're going to see more of you this year?
Yeah, I hope so.
Great stuff. Well done on your class win. Let's have a word with Neil, our Class B winner. Neil, particularly the first part of the race was challenging with a big challenge from behind.
Oh yeah, Sparks, Marcus Crook. He was coming so fast and I just glanced in my mirror going round paddock and I thought, oh, he's a bit quick coming into there. And then at the bottom I looked in the mirror again and he was snaking left to right, and I think he did a cracking job to hold on to it. So great, good though,
And Class B again is the place to be where it's most competitive, because I think Jamie was right on the pace as well, so it's going to be another challenging year.
I think he is, and I think we're in for a really, really close year this year in Class B, and poor Andrew couldn't start today. But I think it's going to be a great year. Brilliant way to start, and lovely to be back.
Well done. Going to have a word now quickly with our Class C winner if we can, Stuart Much. Stuart, if we can have a chat to a sort of a dominant performance in class there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun racing with all these others, but we want our own cars to race with us. So we're hoping to get more numbers on the grid this season and do some more racing. But it was good. Good race.
I understand there might be a new MEV coming at some stage.
Yes, we've been developing over the winter a new version based on the Mark III MX-5. It's quick, it handles well, a lot more mechanical grip. So hopefully in the next couple of races we should have a couple out on the grid.